Is college a scam? That's the topic that we will be discussing today. Before we get into the clips, let me give you my understanding. Personally, I believe college is not a scam. I just believe, especially in 2024, you have to do college smart. And what do I mean by doing college smart? It's very important that you research the major before you pick it. Like I said, look at the job outlook, look at the starting salary, and look to see what the salary will be 5 to 7 years out. I believe a lot of people who went to college and were dissatisfied um, didn't do enough research on the major and really understand what they were getting into. Again, like I said, a college degree is no golden ticket or no guarantee to a job, but I believe if done correctly and you're able to minimize your student loan debt either by scholarship or maybe going to a community college, I do believe college can be very beneficial for the majority. Let's get into the clips.
So a lot of people are talking about college being a scam, and as someone who's been in higher education for a very long time and who also has worked in higher education, I'm here to say that let's call a spade a spade. It is a scam if you allow it to be a scam for you. There are a lot of useless degrees that many of these liberal institutions are force feeding on their students, and confused students who don't know what they want to pursue. They're force feeding these degrees like degree in liberal arts, degree in humanities, degree in art history. What is somebody who graduates with these degrees going to do for work? Let's be honest here is that a lot of these people are graduating with such degrees, and then they're realizing that they can't do anything for work because they can't utilize that degree anywhere. People are going back to college yet again because the initial degree didn't work out for them. And it's like, you have to do the research. In 2024, it's not about what you love doing or what you're passionate about, like music, art. Like, none of these things are going to warrant you a successful financial future. Do you think someone with a nursing degree or someone with an engineering degree is going to sit here and say that college was a scam to them? No, because they're freaking making bank. So make sure you do your research, and it's not about what you're passionate about. It's what you could sustain in the long run financially. What is going to be the most lucrative field for you in the area that you live in the state that you live in? Like, what do you see yourself for in the future? You have to ask yourself these questions and not allow these college institutions to brainwash you and scam you and indoctrinate you into their programs. And always remember this, college is going to be a scam for you only if you allow it.
100% spot on. And like I said, what she said is very, very, very accurate. Again, like I said, the biggest lie that's been sold to so many people is this notion that you could do what you love. Again, that is only for rich people and trust fund babies. If you're a regular working class person, this idea that you're going to do what you love is fallacy and a fool's errand. Again, it's about finding something that maybe you don't love it the most, but you can manage it. It's manageable. And like I said, people in 2024, we all have smartphones. We all have, like I said, you can Google search anything at the at the tip of your fingertips. So it's no excuse in 2024 to be uninformed about what type of degree that you're getting. Again, you have to be realistic. Going to school and thinking that you're just going to get a degree in art history, a degree in general studies, and then be surprised when you're struggling to get interviews or get a job offer after school. After school is completed, you can't. You got to be more realistic. Again, like I said, you have to do something that's in demand. You have to get an in demand skill set. And like I said, I believe a lot of people who like to throw this phrase out that college is a scam never did the proper research and really never probably had the proper guidance on what major to choose.
I wonder what this is really like to experience in real time that your degree isn't shit. You go to college, take on 100K worth of debt, and you can't get an interview. You've applied to hundreds of jobs. You just think to yourself, like, damn, what did I even do this for? Yes, I'm congested a little bit. The flu fucking got me. But before my senior year, I already had a full time offer signed. My senior year was relaxing. A lot of kids that got jobs before graduation, and even kids that didn't, they were still able to get a job and wait until something else came up. You mean to tell me kids are going to college and they can't even get interviews? That's the whole purpose of college, to at least break that barrier of entry into the corporate world. Kids can't even do that. Why wouldn't a kid think college is a scam? I had to pay 6 figures in debt, and companies won't even consider me for a fucking entry level position. What is the world coming to?
Again, like I said, we got to be strategic about what we're doing. If you're, let's just say you're going to school to be a school teacher, right? Why on earth would you go to a private institution there? The tuition is going to be extremely high. Say you have no scholarships, you don't have any parents that can help you financially, and take out a ton of debt for an occupation that's notoriously does not pay a lot. Again, like I said, we want to put all the blame on these, college and these institutions are a scam, but what about doing your due diligence? It just doesn't make sense to take out 70, 80, 90, 100,000 and have to pay that type of money back plus interest for a career that's going to top out at maybe 50, $60,000. Again, like I said, we got to take some personal accountability and and actually research the major that we're getting into.
My unpopular opinion when it comes to college is if you know your mom ain't got no money, your daddy ain't got no money, and you ain't got no money, you better choose a major in college that's gonna make you some money. My major in college was computer engineering, and I didn't know what the hell an engineer was, but I knew that when I put in Google top paying majors, computer engineering was on that list, and so I figured it out.
Again, like I said, it makes sense. You got it. Like I said, if you're not coming from money, this whole do what you love notion needs to be thrown out the window. You got to go to the money. You got to go to the majors that are going to give you the best chance at, financial success. To think that you're just going to be go to school and pick any major in 2024, 2023, 2022, it's ridiculous. It's just too competitive of an environment nowadays. Like I said, and again, like I said, a lot of people that you hear throwing around the term college is a scam is one, if they're being honest with themselves, they never really tried hard in school. They never took school seriously. Like I said, they probably majored in some type of liberal arts, something that's really not that academically challenging. And then on top of that, graduated with a 2.5. To think you're going to graduate with a 2.5 in art history and then surprised that you can't get a job. Come on, we got to be real here.
What they don't tell you about graduating college is that you can do all the right things. You can get internships, you can do volunteer work, you can, connect with so many people on LinkedIn, like tell people in your network that you're looking for jobs. You can do all the things, have a high GPA, but still, if the job market is trash, it will be trash, and it will not be easy to get a job immediately post grad. And I think a lot of people just assume that that's what's going to happen. And you can't even be sure. Because even all of the CS majors and the people that thought they were going to land jobs so easily post grad, right now, they're in the same job market with a bunch of people that got laid off. So now they're competing against people who have years and years of experience. And many of them, they may not even have internships experience. So if you're a recent grad going against somebody who's had years of experience, who's just been recently laid off, do you see the difference? It is not an easy time.
Again, like I said, college is no guarantee. Um, College does not guarantee you getting a job, but if you do college smart, again, keeping your student loan debt low or minimum, maybe working, a few hours every day after school or after class, to try to keep your student loan debt low and picking a major that's in demand and, like I said, has a decent starting salary are some things that you could do to give yourself the best chance. Of course, if sometimes you just graduate into a crappy job market. It's some things are going to be out of your control. But what you need to focus on is the things that are within your control. Again, like I said, minimizing student loan debt, maybe going to a community college or a state school in your hometown, as opposed to a private institution where the tuition is going to be 2, 3x more. Again, like I said, a lot of people did not do college smart. They literally majored in anything, if they're being honest, didn't take it very seriously. And like I said, at the end of the day in life, you get what you put in.
Okay, y'all. So I just want to pick up a second job. Like I said, just to have extra money. So I hop on Indeed. I had to re-download the app for some reason. And so, of course, they have you start off fresh with your location and what job, you're looking for. And before I narrowed down the search, I just looked at the front page of jobs, the one they show any type of job in any state. And I seen a job listing that said bachelor's degree required, starting pay $15 an hour. Y'all paying people with bachelor's degrees $15 an hour to work at that company? I have a question for those who got bachelor's degrees, because I don't, right? Is this a real thing? Are people not paying y'all more than $15 an hour? Is this something that y'all struggling with? Because to me, if you tell me that a bachelor's degree is required for this job and the starting pay is $15, that means the only how someone is going to get higher pay than $15 is the number of years of experience. But nevertheless, it started $15. So if you got years of experience, what, you going up to 17, 18, 19? That's not even a livable wage. And to spend so much money on a bachelor's degree, does bachelor's degrees not mean anything? I'm confused. I'm hurt. Mind you, I forgot what the job was, and it wasn't in this state. Like I said, it was just on the front page of Indeed. But that was a wake up call for me. I mean, I've been a fine dining server for years, and that's it. So I don't really know what jobs are paying for what position and what state and all these things. But to pick up a second job, so it made me go out and look. And for them to only want to give somebody with a bachelor's degree $15, you know what I did? I applied for McDonald's. I remember when McDonald's workers was out there striking and they wanted higher money than, minimum wage, and they end up getting $15 an hour. They got that. You can work at McDonald's for the same pay as someone who got a bachelor's degree? Honey, what an insult. Yep. And I sure did apply at McDonald's, and I got an interview on Monday. Hello.
Nothing wrong with working out McDonald's. Shout out to all the McDonald's workers. Again, like I said, we got to continue to do college smart. To think that a bachelor's degree is going to somehow entitle you to this 6-figure job, 80, 90, 100,000 coming right out the gate when you have no real world experience, and then you have a major in psychology, is just unrealistic. Again, if you got to look at it from both angles. If you was the owner of a company, would you pay somebody with a very basic degree that you're going to have to train on the job? Would you want to pay them 70, 80, 90, $100,000 right out the gate? Like, again, like I said, for a sociology degree, it just doesn't make sense. And also another big problem is a lot of people turn their backs on the trades. A lot of people think they're too good for blue collar work, plumbers, electricians, welding. A lot of people, turn their nose up to these occupations, and a lot of people in these fields are getting older, and they can't. They're unable to replace them because, like I said, a lot of younger people are not interested in working with their hands. We live in this celebrity and hustle culture where it's not cool to be a tradesman, even though a lot of these men and women don't have any degrees, and they're doing a lot better than people with these so-called college degrees. Again, like I said, you have to be smart about it, and you have to have an honest conversation with yourself. You know yourself better than anyone else. You know your strengths, you know your weaknesses, and you need to write those things down and see what's going to be best for you. Maybe college is not an option for everyone. Again, like I said, the trades, law enforcement, firefighter, like I said, plumbing, welding, electrician, HVAC. All these are can be very rewarding careers. And like I said, once you master that skill, you could easily leverage that and start your own business and have a successful plumbing or electrician business and make two, three, $400,000 a year as a business owner.
What's good, y'all? So can we have a conversation about the post grad thing? Like that nobody really speaks on. Like everybody rush you to graduate. Hurry up and graduate. This, that, and the third. You're gonna be making X amount of dollars, but it damn near be like definitely in this economy in this day and time we're in. It'd be like a 2 to 3 year wait before somebody can actually find a job in their career field, and then actually find probably 2 more years afterwards to find something that they actually like and love. Is this the America that we supposed to have? Like as kids, we had dreams.
Big problem with what he said. It's not about finding something that you like and love. It's It's about finding something that's tolerable, something that you can manage, and then go from there. Like I said, we got to take feelings out of the equation.
Of becoming certain things, but once we got to college, we figured out they're not making that much money. So now we then put ourselves in different fields and shit that we don't even know how to get into those fields and programs when you get out of college, because everything is really based off people you know. That's really all it's based off of. If you know somebody, they know somebody that has this job, maybe you could get on. But if not, it's hard as fuck. And I don't think that's a conversation that we talk about on here and that we need to actually talk about, because it's really a big ass gap of people that are career ready, job ready, and everything, but it's no space for them right now. And we need to focus on that.
Again, just having a bachelor's degree does not make you career ready or job ready. Having a skill set, like I said, if you graduate from college with a nursing degree, now you're ready. You're giving the employer something to work with. Yes, I have to bring you into my system, do some orientation, but you're already hitting the ground running. That's why you see those starting salaries to be a little bit higher, as opposed to someone who just got a plain general degree. You can't expect to be making top dollar. Again, like I said, a lot of people did not do the proper research, in my opinion, when they came to their college major. They didn't take it seriously, and like I said, it ultimately cost them a lot of money and a lot of time in the end.
Y'all gotta stop coming on here saying stuff like this. I see a lot of videos on my timeline where people are saying, I spent all this money on college and got into debt, and I'm $80,000 in debt, got a master's degree, and I can't even get a job. I can only get a job working at McDonald's. Start telling the truth. What is that degree in? Y'all need to start being honest. Stop just saying stuff for views. Tell the people what you got that degree in. Because a lot of y'all get on here talking about you got a master's degree, but that degree don't be worth shit because of what y'all choose to get these degrees in. Because I tell you, go into anything medical field and you spend that type of money going into debt, you're guaranteed a job. Engineering, you're guaranteed a job more than likely. You can find something as an engineer. Anything tech, you can find something. And yes, I'm aware that there has been a lot of tech layoffs, but I bet you 9 times out of 10, a lot of them people, they will be able to bounce back. But when y'all out here getting master's degree in liberal arts and fucking basket weaving, what do you expect?
Absolutely spot on. Again, like I said, you can't be out here getting a master's degree in general leadership and then wonder why things are not working out for you, especially if you already didn't have any type of experience prior. Now, what's one thing if you already have a degree and your job is paying for it, and you're going back to get the advanced education. That's another thing. But just to go back to have a bachelor's degree and have it not work out for you, and then thinking that the solution is to go get a master's or PhD in that same industry, it's absolutely insane. Like I said, I think a lot of people are actually scared of the real world. They're scared to actually come out, so they become lifetime students. So they go from bachelor's, then they go to master's, then they get this certificate, then they get the PhD, and they never have any real world experience. And they wonder why, yeah, you have all these degrees, but you don't have any hands-on experience. Everything you do is theory. And we know theory and real world are two different things.
College does not get you a job, and it's not meant to. College makes you eligible to compete for a job, for a career. It is up to you to compete, and your performance will result in what you get. I made a video about how I went from a household that was living below the poverty line to making $125K at 22 right out of undergrad. I got so many comments like this that are like, school is a scam, you're lying to people, school doesn't work, etc. Now, given the fact that we are in a very tough economy right now, obviously that is different. I am talking about people who have graduated 3 years ago in 0% interest rate economies that are commenting these things. There is a big misunderstanding within the Black community, within the first gen community, that college gets you the career. No, college makes you eligible for the career. Think about your career as an arena. College makes you eligible to enter the arena. You still have to run the race. It is up to you to eat right, to practice, to stretch, to do the right things, to make sure you outperform during that race. There are so many of you that enter the arena and sit on the bleachers. You think that that's the competition. Some of you don't even know that there's a race happening that you're supposed to be in. So what does it look like to compete? It looks like volunteering, engaging in leadership positions, applying for that internship, the externship, the insight programs, raising your hands for awards, emailing your local newspaper or your student newspaper to talk about projects that you've done, papers that you've written. Competing is not just hanging out with your friends in a dorm room, doing nothing. It's also going to club events, going to activities with people with the same interests or who want to be in the same career field as you. It's about taking advantage of certain grants and conferences as a student and talking to career professionals and meeting people who are either in the position you want to be in or have connections in those worlds. It has been written about over and over again how college is an economic equalizer. There will never be a point in your life where you are around such people with different economic backgrounds and you can take advantage of having amazing relationships with people that can put you onto different things. And your network is so important. So many people going to college in isolation, not talking to people, not engaging and building a network, when your network is the deciding factor. When your resume hits that desk and they're trying to choose who they're going to give the job to, if you don't have someone in that company that's like, oh, I know that person, they're actually really smart and they're not a sociopath, we should really look into them, you might not get that opportunity. And I get the frustration after paying tens of hundreds of thousands of dollars. It feels like, dang, I shouldn't have to do all this, but you do. And if you're someone who's already graduated from school and haven't graduated into the careers you wanted or don't make a lot of money, it might stink to hear this from me. But what doesn't help is you lying to the younger generation and telling them that school's a scam where you were just misguided. What we need is mentorship. What we need is to be telling the younger generation going into college to have the right mindset and to have the right understanding that them being in college is not the race. It enters them into the race, but they still have to compete. That is why I'm going to continue to share my story. I'm going to continue to make videos for high school students, students in college, students going back to school, and how they should be thinking about their careers, how to land that job, how to land that career field, because it's possible. You just have to have the right mindset. The person who commented this later on admitted they never did any internships and then took away a year out of the country. And then you're going to be like, I must have missed the memo. It didn't work for me. You did miss the memo. That is actually very true. You should have been interning, but you in Africa.
Spot on. Again, like I said, very well spoken, very well said. Again, like I said, I'm not surprised that shortly after undergraduate, she said she was making six figures. Again, like I said, people don't want to compete no more. They just want everything, think everything is going to be handed to them on a silver platter. And like I said, she summed up points that I was making throughout the video. You have to go into college with a plan. You have a lot of people who say college is a scam, but when you start digging into the details, these are the people that never went to class on time. These are the people who chose partying, turning up, and everything else, and they didn't make college a priority until junior, senior year. And now it's time to graduate, and you did no internships. You did no research on your major, and now you want to cry on the internet and want people to feel bad for you, and you want to, like I said, misguide the younger generations and other people who may consider college by telling them it's a scam. No, you never fully applied yourself. A lot of people never fully applied themselves, and that's really the honest truth, and that's why, not in all cases, but some cases things did not work out for them. But let me know what you think in the comments. Do you believe college is a scam, or did you just choose the wrong major, or did you just not put enough effort in? Let me know in the comments below. And if you do think college is a scam, let me know what your major is as well. I look forward to having a discussion in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.